what is your main concern on the Indonesia issue on climate change?
Yeah, since we are entering now the period of decarbonization, every country willing to share about their opinion about contribution for the decarbonization.
What are you going to do in that association?
Yeah,
what is your vision?
My vision is to make sure that the whole company will follow the rule for this, how they want to see the carbon market. By the end, everything become green. Oh. So the way you export.
Ya, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yes, oh yes, the carbonizers, carbon activists all over the world. Welcome back to another episode of Carbon Forum with me, Pumbida Hidayatullah. And today we're going to discuss something very international, of course. And we're lucky to have a very distinguished guest, an honorable guest. His name is Professor Edvin Aldrian. He's the Vice Chairman of the IPCC, Intergovernmental Panel of Climate Change in Geneva. Welcome, Professor Edvin Aldrian.
Okay.
He's actually a buddy of mine, so I mean, calling him too formal is kind of difficult for me. So how are you, Pak Edvin? How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Oh, great. Okay, tell me about yourself. Yeah, how did you get into the climate change sort of activity issues?
Yeah, I was
in the first place. Yeah, when you were young.
I was involved in the climate change because actually from my help, the Malaysian guy. In the 2009, I was involved in the IPCC and as the lead author for a certain chapter about regionalization, and then I active there, and then after that, I become the bureau member. So I become the bureau member since 2015.
Oh.
And then this last year was my second term, because my first term is 2015-2023.
Yeah.
I was elected in the Dubrovnik, Croatian city in Dubrovnik. Yeah. And then continue in the second term due to the election in the Nairobi, Kenya. In Kenya, 2023. This 2023 will be passed until 2029.
So it's not 5 years, but it's actually
6 years.
6 years.
Yeah.
So that's good for you then.
Yeah, okay.
So at least you have a job until 2029. I'm just kidding. That sounds very interesting. And since your involvement in the climate change and the issue on the climate change all over the world, what is your main concern on the Indonesia issue on climate change?
Yeah, since we are entering now the period of decarbonization, every country willing to share about their opinion about contribution for the decarbonization. So Indonesia itself, there is a national determined contribution. National determined contribution is the policy of the national policy of the. We were reaching the net zero carbon hopefully in the 2060.
2060. Yeah.
This is our.
Is that kind of realistic, or is it something that is actually a uphill sort of way to sort of achieve?
Yeah, it is a uphill way, but I think everybody want to achieve that. This is a common like climate change is the common goal, but national responsibility.
Okay, so it means there should be a sort of a common commitment.
Yes.
Within not only the government but also the people to achieve that.
Yes. According to that, the IPCC has a new role for that, which is the global stocktake. This is the new role for IPCC. The first global stocktake in 2023 will be repeated in the 2028, and then repeated every 5 years. So the whole world it is mapping by remote sensing whether they are achieving the goal or not.
Okay.
So people can do anything, but it will be reported by everyone by satellite remote sensing.
I see. So, in the actually, well, I would say the involvement on the climate sort of change mitigation activities. Do you think Indonesia is kind of behind other countries, or we're actually like in the mix on the efforts to mitigate such efforts?
Yeah, this is a mix. I think for we are really struggling for the achieving the goal for the Apollo. This is for
NDC, yeah, for the NDC.
no, Apollo is the forestry
Yeah,
and land use change.
other land use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a goal for Indonesia, and then we also want to reach a mixed energy source. Mixed energy source is renewable and maybe 30% or something. And then, for my mind, this is all achievable. All achievable, but it is we work. We must work together. The
Yeah.
government, the society must work together.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, and what happened is normally such very serious efforts in the climate change mitigations. Normally, it involves a lot of what you call it,
Commitment.
private, yeah,
Yeah.
when private sectors, yeah. So when you want to private sectors get involved in these activities, normally you want to open up a very interesting market for
Yes.
carbon, especially. So, how do you see the carbon market in Indonesia, first of all, and second of all, do you think the voluntary market in Indonesia is going to get better in the future?
Yeah, I think it will be better. It should be better. I
It should be better.
because everyone want to reach the net zero emission in the 2060, hopefully. In some country, maybe starting now. In some country, starting 2050. But this is a common goal. This is a common goal. We want to reduce, mitigate the carbon emission, and then we want to reach that goal. I think this is achievable.
Now, what about the voluntary market?
Yeah.
I mean, right now we have already what you call it, the exchange, yeah? The carbon exchange, but then it's kind of quiet, and the price is not actually lucrative. Do you have any suggestion? What should we do about it?
I think by the end, everybody must do it, and then the market will come by itself. I think it will be done by society, and then so people are not forced to do it, but because they are obliged to do it. So because
Obliged to do it, yeah.
because of the regulation.
Of the
If
regulation.
you want to sell your product to the international market, you want to commit it to certain issue, and the issue itself is the environment.
Yeah.
How much you do for environment, how much you mitigate for the climate change and so on. This is cannot be done. You cannot disregard this issue anymore. Maybe 1 or 2% can disregard this, but by the end, everybody mapping and everybody doing the, like I told you, the global stock. They want to mapping the whole world by remote sensing. So by the end, everybody must do it obligation.
Obliged to do it.
Yeah, obliged to do it.
Because in the end of the day, if you don't actually
Yeah.
comply with it, then you will be left behind, and
Right.
you cannot actually sell your products, or
Right.
perhaps your products will not be competitive, something like that, right?
Yeah, this is coming to all sector for your life. Maybe the energy sector, like I told you, the forestry, but it will come to every sector. For example, the banking system, the insurance company, so on, and maybe for the toll road, highway, and
Yeah.
many other sector that you unthinkable before. But this is obliged to everyone to do it. So by the end, everybody do it.
Right. And you're the chairman of the expert councils of the ASXI, Association of the Carbon emission expert of Indonesia, right? And what are you going to do in that association?
Yeah,
What is your vision?
my vision is to make sure that the whole company will follow the rule for this, how they want to see the carbon market. By the end, everything become green and green. So the way you export, for example, shipping and handling, it is not just doing shipping and handling, but you have to follow the rule for the carbon market. So the carbon market will be share your emission factor in everywhere, in every sector. So I met with my friend. He's doing the carbon market by doing what they can storage and
Carbon capture and
capture
storage.
carbon and then
CCS.
storage for the waste product.
Okay.
And then this is I heard that they say to me they cannot tell to everyone because nobody understands the current technology. I say okay, it's okay right now. In the future maybe everybody will understand, hopefully, because they have to oblige with the regulation.
Yeah. Right. Well, you've been dedicating yourself for this climate change issue, right? Since the beginning of your career. And in the end, you earned a decorated honorary star from the President of Indonesia himself.
Yes.
How do you feel about it?
Yeah, first I think this is too much for me because the government, the president give me honorary
Star.
the cemetery for me.
Oh.
The cemetery is very important because now the population, people going everywhere.
Oh, cemetery for in the
Yeah, for me.
in the Kalibata, yeah.
Not in Kalibata, lower.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If I get something higher, I will get into Kalibata.
Yeah.
This is very honorary for me. And then by the end, I have to get involved in the business of carbon and the market like this. But this is okay for me because I think the current situation, the economy and the situation for the trading for business is very much involved in the carbon market. Everyone is involved very much in the carbon market. So everybody is doing that, and then I'm very happy to help them achieving that.
Well, sounds very interesting, and hopefully a lot of people will follow your steps. And most of them probably from ASXI, so they can actually follow the same pathways with you and achieve the things that you achieve also. Do you want to address anything to the audience? Please, Prof.
Yeah, I think the climate change issue, it is our common problem. It is not the same for everyone, but actually we share the common responsibility for everyone in this planet. We want to make the earth better living for the next generation. This is our goal. For the next generation must have better living for their comfort and so on. So this is our achievement to have this goal together. And then I believe that by the current technology we can achieve this better. So by improving the energy sector, by improving our trading system, by improving our manage for the waste and the forestry and so on, I think we can achieve that. Okay. Indonesia is very much achievable because Indonesia has many things to do for energy sector, for the forestry and so on, for the water, the ocean and so on. I think we have many things to do. For the energy sector, we have to do a lot of things. For example, what we can do for the waste, all refinery, well, and so on, and then you can do, for example, carbon capture and storage. This is very big business for us, as long as mitigation.
Extraordinary.
Yeah.
So basically, you have expectations that in the future Indonesia will be better in terms of living environmentally, yeah? And hopefully Indonesia will be complied with any achievement on these target on climate change sort of deal internationally, of course. Well, thank you, Prof, for joining us, and it's been great. It's been very, very interesting shares from you, and we really appreciate it. And by all means, if you have any ideas or any feedbacks towards these discussions, please send us. And then if you know somebody that can actually give insights in different kind of issues, we are welcome also from your suggestion, of course.
Okay, you're welcome.
Okay, thank you very much. And that was Professor Edvin Aldrian, the Vice Chairman of the IPCC, Intergovernmental Panel of Climate Change in Geneva. And we are lucky that we were sort of shared a lot of insights and also information related to the climate change. And yeah, thanks for watching this episode. And until the next episode with me, Pombida Hidayatullah, still in touch with the Carbon Forum. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.